Boom, and we are rolling. I'm T.
And I'm E.
Yes, the E&T podcast. Here we go. We're ready to roll. How are you?
I'm good.
I haven't talked to you much this week.
Yeah.
You've had tests. You've had stuff going on. I've had stuff going on.
I mainly talked to you in the car on the way to and from school.
To and from school. And now I don't get to do that as often as I used to. How come?
Alexis drives us.
Alexis
Every
drives
other day.
you. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Usually every other day. We try to.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice for me. After school especially. It gives me like an extra 45 minutes almost by the time I drive from my office to Isaac and Amaya, and then from them to you, or you and Alexis, and then home. That circle takes a long time.
Yeah.
So it's pretty nice. I've had extra time to work. I've had extra time to get a couple of things done around the house before you get home. It's kind of nice. How long till you drive? You counting the days? It's like under 1,000 days.
Technically,
Right?
I could start taking driver's ed in May, but I'm not going to because that's
No,
way
you
too
could not.
early. Yes, I can.
At 14?
14 and a half.
14 and a half, you can take driver's ed?
Yes.
That does seem too early. That seems like
That seems really
I'm
early.
going to learn it, and then I'm going to forget everything.
Exactly. Which
And
is
then
why
I'm
I
going
wouldn't.
to just fake my way through it.
But yeah, you technically
Do you know
can.
anybody who's taken? Because there's probably somebody in your class who's technically 14 and a half. I'll bet there's somebody with the summer birthday. I mean,
Claire?
they would have to be like a May birthday,
Claire is.
right?
I think Claire's almost the oldest person
April.
in the grade
April.
because she's August, and
Okay. Yeah, we're still
and
off
she's
by 3-4 months here.
Yeah.
We're still off by it. Okay. But it's possible. It's possible that somebody who's got a late start on school or something like that. Yeah, okay. Pandemic talk. How you doing? Oh, you're doing good. Good pandemic. Everything's fine. You don't miss getting away together with all kinds of your friends. And...
Of course I miss it, but like it hasn't changed. Nothing really,
Yeah, school's going well, so that's really nice. You're back face to face every day.
Yep.
And we haven't had a case since.
Yeah.
So that's really nice.
A lot of people in my grade are like immune now, and they're just
okay. So you know the science on that is pretty iffy yet.
I know.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Certainly a lower chance.
Yeah.
But the science is not, obviously everything's so new. It's pretty hard to know everything about a virus and how people are going to react, especially months afterwards, right? So you think because they have had COVID already.
Well, it's so apparently I heard this from someone, like after 3 months, then it's a bigger chance that you can definitely get it again. But like within those like 3 months, like after you had it, you're a little less likely because you've already fought it off and like your body's like.
Okay, so it has built up, antibodies.
Yes.
To fight against the virus, and what you're saying is those slowly die out. I don't know. I don't know the science.
But that's
either.
what I heard. So
okay.
I
That's
could
what
be
you
wrong.
heard.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Are people gathering, or are we getting into big groups, or have people kind of learned their
One
lesson?
time, yeah, there were a bunch of girls from my grade that got together and did something.
Okay.
But
So
that's
did it
their
make-
choice, I guess.
That's right. Did it make you sad?
No.
That you couldn't go, or that no, it was fine. Okay.
Like,
Well, that's good. I don't know. I'm trying.
I'm only friends with like maybe a couple people from that group, and it doesn't really bother me at all. I don't really care. Like, have fun, guys, but I'm out. Bye.
I'm glad that you have the confidence like that. That it is. Your friends will still be there. You're still Evelyn. Everybody's still.
Oh yeah,
Good.
I don't really
You're
get
just
jealous
making
when
different
people hang out with me. Like, I don't really care that much.
Yeah. So UWL's been back for a few weeks now, so that's really good. I'm getting to teach in the classroom. It's challenging because I have students that left the university and are learning just virtually. Students that are at their university but are in quarantine or are sick, and so they're not in class. Students who just don't show up for class and don't let me know whether they're in quarantine or they're sick or they're not, or they're at home or they're here. I don't know, right? I just give them a 0 again, I guess. Send them an email. Well, cross my fingers. right? And then the people who come to class, and they come every other day. And so it's this, I'm really juggling and struggling with the juggling. Yeah, there's your title, Struggling with the Juggling. That's the title for the podcast this time. You got yourself a boyfriend?
Huh?
No, this is not a podcast, so you can edit it out.
Oh.
You don't have to. You can or you cannot.
I do.
Okay. You are welcome to. You're welcome to cut
I will
this out.
say it on here, but I'm just not gonna say their name. So you can message me separately if you'd like to.
I guess now I feel bad
What?
because I thought that this was common knowledge among 8th graders. 7th graders, 8th graders, people in
Okay.
your circle. I guess I thought that
Here's the
because
thing.
I figured if I knew that I would be the last one, that this must be everywhere.
Okay, so here's the thing. Only a couple people in my grade know, just like our close friends. But like we don't care if other people know. We're just not gonna like announce it, and nobody like.
Sure, yeah, and it's dating in 8th grade. It's not exactly.
It's like, why does everyone need to know? Like, just,
I'm with you on that. I'm
if they
100%
ask, we're
with you
gonna
on
say
that.
yeah.
So
but we're not gonna know.
mark the time right there. Do you see what it says? 6:22.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where you can stop if you decide to cut it out.
Okay.
6:22. Now we're starting again on the next thing on the list, and that is how's cold coming? It's starting to turn cold. It's getting dark early. Having to drag kids out of bed. Not well.
That was
You
my
this
fault.
morning, but that's like 1 out of 100. for
And
me.
that's the first time it's happened all year.
It is. It is
I
the
remember,
first time.
I remember hearing my alarm pressing snooze, but I must have pressed the wrong button because I all of a sudden
It's
knew I
nothing to be
woke up
upset
to
about.
Dad in my room, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I give you enough time? Sometimes I don't
Um,
realize. I figure, Evie's up. She's getting ready. I just haven't seen her. She's downstairs.
If I'm not up there by like 6:40, then
Well, that's what I came down. 6:38
Yeah.
on your clock, so that was
Yeah.
good. Okay. Are you looking forward to the changing of the season?
yeah.
You
I'm
love.
kind of excited. When it was snowing the other day, like none of it stuck to the ground or anything. But when it was snowing, I kind of got a
There
little
were like
excited.
6 snowflakes.
Dad. But when I looked
There
out
was
the
no
window
snow.
and I saw the snow, it just kind of made me happy.
That's
I just kinda
Now you know
happy.
people north of us
I have a lot of snow.
had. I think it's gone. I think it
Oh.
more. It got up to 40 or whatever. It's still cold, but
They still have snow, just not as much.
maybe I guess I have. Nobody sent me a picture. They got a lot of
I
pictures
saw
of
it on
people's
TikTok
yards.
of people in Minnesota.
Sure. So what have you been watching? What are you consuming these days?
Well, I finished The Good Place.
You finished it, so season 4.
Yes.
And is it the last season? Like, is the finale the finale, or are they making another season?
Yes, sadly.
It is.
I
Well, I
think
didn't
it
know that. I
is.
guess I didn't know.
I'm pretty sure. And so I tried last
I
night
haven't seen an episode in a while.
watching more of The Society, but it's just so hard. Like I
So
can't
there's
unless
no-
unless I'm really hooked in and it's a good show. I can't like sit there and do nothing and just stare at this like.
Oh, are you
the
a
show.
dual screener?
What do you mean?
Where you watch a show and you'll be texting or Snapchatting or doing something? Are you a dual screener?
Maybe.
I try not to be. I am sometimes. When I'm watching sports,
When
I
you're
will
watching
dual
sports,
screen.
yeah, of course. Are you gonna watch the debate tonight? I really want to.
well, how come you really want to? I've never seen you. You were sort of interested
Okay.
in the last one, and then
Okay,
you
so the
ditched
last
out
one-
on us.
So last night I came home and you guys were all watching the debate. You're like, "Oh, come sit down, it's the debate." And I sat there.
I don't think we said that, but
Yeah,
you
Mom
said,
did,
"What are you
Mom
guys
did.
doing?" We said, "We're watching the debate. Come join us."
Yeah, Mom
And
did.
I wasn't.
And then I sat down and I watched like 20 minutes of it, but
Did you make it through 20 minutes?
like 10 to 20 minutes, somewhere
Okay.
between there. And it was just like at that time, like I was just like, this is because they were just like yelling at each
It
other.
was not a
And I
productive
couldn't
debate.
understand what they were saying because they were like talking at the same time.
That's true.
So then I came back downstairs, but then I saw all these TikToks about like what the debate was about, and it seemed kind of interesting. So I was like, I'm gonna watch the next one. I'm actually gonna pay attention. And Claire and her family, they all like get snacks. They cuddle up on the couch. And they all watch the debate and laugh at it like a reality TV show. And she
Okay.
said that she really likes it. She thinks it's kind of just funny and entertaining.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna try it.
Well, I'll be watching. So,
Okay.
I was kind of thinking maybe I would try and avoid it a little bit tonight.
Nah,
Tape it
let's
and get
watch
through
it.
it. Yeah, but that's I guess that's fine.
It starts at 8.
Yeah, it does. It's 8 to 9:30.
Yep.
So it's an hour and a half. So we're gonna watch the debate. What are you looking for in the debate? So let me ask you this: would there be something that would happen at the debate that would change your mind about who you support currently for president?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay. So you're interested in it more to as a reality show, as a I'm going to learn about what these people stand for and okay.
Both. Because I know about the presidents and I know a lot of things, or not presidents, the president and the other person that's running, Joe Biden and Trump. And I know a lot of things about them, but I don't know everything, so I'm kind of excited to see some more things about them, to learn more.
Okay. Yeah. I hope you do learn more. I hope there is actually some substance and some actual debate. I'm not too optimistic about it. I'm a little jaded about the hour and a half that we're going to spend here tonight, but we'll see. I'm excited that it's the last one and that we're getting really close.
Me too.
I like the amount of days.
I'm kind of nervous.
Well, everybody's pretty nervous
because if one wins, then the other people are going to get mad, and then if one wins, the other people are going to get mad, and yeah.
Sure. Are you okay? Yeah, this is a fair thing. Mm-hmm. All right. So it's also October, so I thought maybe we'd talk about horror movies a little bit. I feel like we talked horror movies a little last week, but you were excited.
I love horror movies.
I know you do. And you said something about Lights Out, but then I said, all right, let's think about our favorite horror movies for this week. Did you think about your favorite horror movies?
Yeah.
Okay, what are they?
I thought I said this last time. Lights Out and Hush are really good.
Okay, maybe I'm misremembering.
But I haven't watched too many horror movies, so I kind of want to watch some more.
You know I'm in. You know I like a good scary movie. Now I don't like the slasher or the gross out or the extreme. This is a repeat. This is a repeat thing. Let's get to the mailbag. This is repeat content.
Okay. Mailbag it is.
Sure. Let the Right One In. That's a good horror movie that I was like, I don't remember the name of that, and I looked it up. That's a really good horror movie if you're into a horror movie. Let the Right One In. And the scariest one I've ever watched, that's not that great. It's not like a fantastic horror movie. Super scary. It's called The Strangers.
Okay. Alexa said it's The Conjuring for her.
Conjuring.
Okay.
I've never seen The Conjuring, so I might have to do The Conjuring. All right. Here we go. Who'd your questions come from?
My questions came from Sarah Orms, Dad's good friend, Greg's wife, and then the kids they babysit their mom. So yeah.
Yeah, right on. So go ahead with your first question from Sarah. Hi, Sarah, and Odin, and Lily, and
I have
Greg.
it on the mini whiteboard. Okay.
Awesome place
number one is, what Disney character do you most relate to?
Oh.
Disney. I love Disney princess movies. They're so fun to watch. They're just so fun.
One. Yep.
So I'm gonna go with a Disney princess character. I probably most relate to.
Okay, I don't see any. I was looking for comments on the. Yep. Okay, there's none. All right. Disney character I relate to.
That's hard.
How about Hey Hey?
The little chicken.
I think I relate to Hey Hey. I think I'm going around and pecking at rocks some days. All right, and everybody's looking at me like, what? I mean, we'll keep him around because he's kind of harmless, but what does he do? No, I don't think it's Hey Hey.
I was going to say, are you for real?
I haven't had a real good chance to think about this. There are a lot of Disney movies.
Yeah.
A lot of Disney movies. So who's yours?
Oh, it's so hard. Well, I know my favorite Disney character.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm fighting with too. Is the favorite versus the
relate
relate to.
Mm-hmm. I don't really know who I relate to. I feel like all the Disney characters are so crazy and they have crazy lives, and my life is just
they're extreme.
Yep.
Right, like the people that I relate to, I think, do I really relate to that, or is that no? Because the first person I kind of thought of was Aladdin.
I love Aladdin. The new Aladdin movie.
I feel a kinship with Aladdin a little bit, but I don't know if I really have a lot in common with Aladdin. I didn't come from nothing. I wasn't begging on the streets for anything and then trying to... But just his sense of adventure and his sense of connecting with people and being friendly and...
Have you watched the new Aladdin movie?
No, I haven't watched the new Aladdin. I think I would enjoy it. I like Will Smith a lot, and he's the genie.
It's really good.
Well, it's the exact same story, right?
I watched it with Claire, and it was so good.
I'd watch the new Aladdin. I'd be in on that seems worth my time to do the new Aladdin. I really like the old Aladdin, though. It's one of my favorite movies. It might be my favorite Disney movie. So I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to stick with Aladdin.
Okay.
Yeah. Has it had good video games that went with it? I played the Aladdin video games. There was one of them where you jumped on a bunch of stuff and you caught apples, and then the screen turned and you were running two things, and it was kind of Crash Bandicoot like. You know Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
The Aladdin game was kind of like Crash Bandicoot. It was a good one.
Okay.
So.
Mine would... Oh, I don't know. But my favorite Disney character is probably Tangled. Or, that's not her name, though.
It's not her name.
That is Rapunzel. Or, I also like Moana.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I really like that.
That was good.
So, yeah, that's...
You know who I relate to?
No.
Donald Duck.
Okay.
That's a Disney character, right? Donald Duck's got the three, they're his nephews, right? But he is the caretaker of these three nephews going crazy, hitting him with snowballs, driving him nuts, and he's juggling a whole bunch of different things. And maybe Donald Duck. All right, do you know who I got questions from this week?
Who?
I got questions from my mom. From Granny. From Granny, who just moved, and they're in their house, and they're getting settled, and they're trying to get everything super clean so it feels like their home, which is always a challenge, right?
Yep.
Lots of boxes. First question. She's got a lot of questions, so we're gonna go through them.
Okay, well,
right?
I only have two because the other ones she sent we've already answered.
Well, we can maybe talk about it. What she sent. All right. What do you do when the snow keeps you home?
Ooh, so like when there's like snow days, like last year we had a lot, or was it the year before last year? Well, it was definitely the year before last year. No. We had a whole week. It was Catholic Schools Week, the fun week for school, and we had that entire week off, and there was all blizzard the entire week, and I remember. Okay. And don't you remember that?
Kind of.
And
I probably didn't have the days off, so it doesn't click with me as much. I probably was still going to class.
Yeah. So. I think they closed like 2 of the days though. But so my neighbors, my really good friends, I remember we all went sledding a bunch because there was so much snow that we like went outside a bunch and played in the snow. And I remember like sitting inside and like watching movies. And I don't know. You just kind of did whatever, you know? Yeah.
That, you know what? I really enjoy. I like a morning movie.
I know.
I like getting a cup of coffee and then a morning movie. It is so rare. I know. It is so rare to be able to do that, though.
How long has it been since we did this?
I can't even think of the last time I did it.
I can't even think of the last time we watched a family movie.
Yeah,
we all are kind of
We've
busy
tried,
now.
Right? We've had 4 of the 6 a couple of times but somebody's always got something.
I don't know. I still really like that much. Like I like watching movies. And
I usually, I guess.
But you guys always want me to just sit there and watch the whole time. But like I like getting up and going crazy. That's why I watch movies with the Maddies, because we just like in the middle of the movie we'll get up and like go crazy and do something. So
we could do that. We can have a family intermission.
Okay.
Just might not ever get everybody back.
Exactly.
That's for sure. Okay, so next one from Granny. If you could talk to one person, dead or alive, who would it be? I'd talk to somebody alive because they'd be able to talk
back. Okay. I would probably want to talk to someone very intelligent for like, I don't know. Like world advice.
Okay. You don't have a specific person? You're
No.
like,
I don't
give
know.
everybody an IQ test and
don't-
pick somebody toward the top and be like, yeah, that one.
Everybody always is like telling me about celebrities and stuff.
Oh,
And
you're
I'm
a
like,
celebrity.
Who? I don't know any. I don't know anyone.
So I did a thing at the trivia night with my
There's so
friends,
many.
including Greg, where we said if you had a conversation with somebody at a bar for 10 minutes, name 5 people you would really enjoy doing that with. And the angle I went at was I picked some people that I don't like, that I had some things I wanted to talk to them about, to tell them. And I wanted 10 minutes to be like, you know what? I think you need to listen for a second. And then I would like to hear your opinion, your thoughts, your things. So it was very different from what some of the other people picked. They were, if you had 10 minutes, you'd talk to that person? Yeah, I'd talk to that person. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't be in awe and love everything they do. Dead or alive, one person. Man.
That's such
It's a tough.
hard.
It's a tough question.
These are good questions. Okay. I just don't know. I don't know anyone. Like, I don't know. I just don't know any celebrities.
Okay, but you don't need to know a
anyone.
celebrity. But what about like a historical figure? And the problem with, if I could just talk to a historical figure, is what would I learn from them? Right? Other than maybe asking them specific questions, like if there was like John F. Kennedy, right? Trying to figure out, who do you think, if you knew that you had just got shot and that was the last thing that happened, who do you think it would have been? But he probably didn't know, right? I think if anybody, if he knew, he would probably still be alive. Yeah. So neither one of us have an answer. We're going to go without giving an answer.
I'm really sorry, viewers. You're going to have to forgive us for this.
Well, I'll think of one while we're talking here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's your favorite time of year? You answered that last week, right? Christmas. You love Christmas.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And I generally love the last 2 weeks of summer and the first 2 weeks of school, that transition period.
Okay.
Right? I usually, not this year, and I don't think last year either, but I usually get like a week where you guys are in school and I just have a few meetings at the office where I'm getting ready. And so things are slow for me. I have a little bit of extra time.
Alone at home.
Yeah, sort of. Not well. It's been a long time. Not this year. I didn't. And so I like that transition time. Plus, then like the fall kind of comes around and sports kind of fires up. Even though I don't watch sports that much anymore, but just kind of all that activity starts going. So that's my favorite time of year.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Should I do my next
question? Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sarah's next question is, if you found $100 while doing laundry, what would you do with it?
Oh, that's an easy one. That's easy for me.
Find out whose it was.
Yeah, I would ask well, you know what I do. I've found money many times.
You just found my money last week, didn't you?
I did. And what did I do?
You gave it back.
Well, how?
You asked?
That's right. I always say, are you missing some money? Would I have maybe found some money of yours? And if you say, yes, $100, I would say, okay, here it is. It's from the laundry. But if everybody says no, like, I don't know, no, I don't think so, then I hold on to it. And then I ask again a few days later.
I would just spend it after that. Like, oh, you said no? Bye. Shopping spree. Woo.
Would you really?
Yes. And then they'd be like, oh, I lost my money. Have you seen it? I already asked you that question. And
you think you're free and clear if they don't remember at the time. You think that's just, now it's my money.
Yeah.
You don't have the 30 days lost and found.
No.
I kind of go by the 30 days lost and found thing.
Well, okay.
I do that. Sometimes that happens at work. Like people leave things behind in the classroom all the time. And I always keep it then bring it back to class, then ask. Then if they don't do it, then I turn it into the lost and found. And then, so it's a whole process, right? Like maybe I should just leave it sitting on the windowsill and be like, whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what my teachers do.
I could. I don't know. I always do a little extra effort, I guess.
All right.
All right, next one. You like to play games. This is true. I do. That's what she wrote this to me. You're all right. Favorite? Question mark.
Ooh, my favorite
game.
Ooh.
Favorite game.
Well, I do like to play the game. What's it called? Blank Slate. We have that game.
Okay, that is a wonderful game, and I was going to say the types of games that I like best are the games where everybody kind of participates. We have Blank Slate, Apples to Apples.
Yeah, that's the other one
Apples
I was thinking of.
is a good one. Dixit. We have that game, Dixit. Dixit's a great game. These all have this similar participation. Balderdash is the name of another game that we don't have, but I used to play.
Those are fun.
I really like Balderdash. And then I think my favorite, is when I play Jackbox games. You've played Jackbox games at Granny's house during Christmas. And those are the games where everybody gets their phone and you watch the thing on the TV. It's like some of them are the murder mystery where you answer the clue and then you have to go into a contest with each other. And sometimes you write down a truth and a lie and you have to guess. And if I would put it up, if we would play it, you would go, oh yeah, I've played that.
Okay.
Where I think my favorite one is the one where they give you a question, like what percentage of people answered that winter was their favorite season? And then one person would say, I think 26%. And everybody else says, I think a little less, I think a lot less, I think a little more, I think a lot more.
like that one game that we've played in the kitchen.
Oh, so that's called Wits and Wagers.
Yeah.
Well, that's a wonderful game too. Wits and Wagers is fantastic. I love Wits and Wagers. We played that virtually with the Stupides the one time. Remember that?
That's what I'm thinking.
That was super fun. Yeah, Wits and Wagers. Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Next.
Who or what inspires you? We had this question before too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember who you said?
Yeah, I said Claire.
Oh, yeah, you did. I said one of the teachers at your school. I said Mr. Erickson. Mm-hmm. Anything different inspiring you?
Not really.
I have a student. Here's this student inspires me.
Okay.
I have a student who drives an hour and a half to come to my class live. Commutes an hour and a half. Why do you do that? Other students are doing it virtually. I record them and make them available, and I learn better, and I get value from it, and I work better, and I spend some time in lacrosse doing a few different things. So just drives an hour and a half to come to my class. That's inspiring to me. That's like, wow.
Wow, he really cares.
Really cares. Really dedicated. Really something, right? That's a good student.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's kind of inspiring. Yep. Do you have another one
No.
Because I just have two others in there fairly quick. So what was the one that she asked?
It was like if you could change your name.
If you could change your name.
We had this one, didn't
Oh,
we?
and I said I would change it to something that still has the could be a boy, could be a girl. I like that part of my name.
Oh, yeah.
That sometimes, Terry, some people, when they hear my name, they don't know if it's a boy or a girl. And I like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Maybe I have. So my students oftentimes ask me like mailbag questions and questions for class. And sometimes I answer for them. I think I did it for the podcast. I think that's what just happened.
Oh.
I think maybe I've never done that on the podcast, but for sure I've answered that in the classroom before. So I would keep it something like, like Terry that has.
Yep.
I don't know. Can you even think of another one that is Alex?
Jamie.
Those are good.
Yep. Toby.
No, not Toby. God, no, Toby. Man, no, go away.
What?
Toby. Ah!
Do you not like that name?
Toby's the worst.
What are you talking about?
People in the podcast know. Don't worry about it. Is a
Okay.
hot dog a sandwich?
Stop.
It's right on there.
She said LOL.
She did say LOL because that means that she's a loyal podcast listener. She knows the inside
job, Granny.
stuff. Way to go, Granny. Granny knows the podcast. Last one. If the pandemic was completely gone, what's the first thing you would do that you haven't felt comfortable doing since March? That's the last one.
I would want to. Well, I've been saying this a little bit that I really want to go to a water park because I just miss that so much. And did you know that the Lobermans went to a water park?
I do. Yeah.
That's not fair.
I know.
They really
It's not the choice that I would make.
It's not the choice that I would make either, but if the pandemic was gone, then yes, I would want to do that. And
That's
also,
a wonderful answer.
And also, I'd want to have like a sleepover with some of my other friends I haven't.
Slumber party.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Slumber. I would let you have a slumber party.
Aw,
I would. Sure. Yeah, I miss.
I miss people.
Yeah, I do. So what I would want to do is I haven't seen Chad and Brent and Brian.
Oh, yeah, your squad.
Yes, I know. And I would want to get in the car with have Chad show up at my driveway,
Yeah.
load up our car, drive down, stop at the places we always stop at, eat at Red's Ale House at night. Man. And then go to the football game.
Wouldn't that be something?
It would be. And we're not going to do it. Even though there are football games starting. The Hawkeyes are going to play this weekend. They're starting with their first game.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't be less excited about it. I really couldn't be. It was like, I guess it's going to go. But the reason why I really like it and why I follow them, well, at least for the last 15 years or so, is because I go to the games.
Yeah.
And I like going to the
love
games.
going to
And
the
I like
games with
mostly, and it's even
cousins.
the 3 hours at the game is, I don't know, like 12th on the list of things that I look forward to on those weekends.
I like tailgating and stuff like that.
Super fun.
Yeah.
It's like a morning movie, right? You tailgate, you wake up, it's 8 in the morning, and you
So,
sit there
yeah,
and you
feeling-
just don't do anything. It's the
So
best.
fun.
It is super fun. That's what I would do. I would call them and I would be like, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen right now today. We don't have to go to a football game. Let's figure out somewhere else to go.
Yep.
Let's go to Brent's house.
Mhm.
Going to Brent's house is fun. I haven't been to Brent's house in a long time. So, okay. So what do we got to look forward to this week and weekend? We don't have anything going on this weekend, so that's kind of nice.
Nothing.
So we're going to watch a couple of horror movies. We're going to watch the debate. And we're going to get back to you. Because I'm T.
And I'm E.
Thanks for watching.